Hello again and welcome back to Let's Play Imperator Rome. This time not as Syracuse, but as Magna Graecia. So when we left off in our last episode, if we exclude our interlude for some maintenance with the game, we had formed a couple of new tags, briefly Sicily and then immediately moving towards Magna Graecia. And we're focusing on getting our domestic house a little bit in order. That has been somewhat interrupted by the need to assist our ever so trustworthy allies in a small revolt they have. We will not be activating the entire army to assist them, however. We will send a little token force since we now have two provinces, or not provinces, two regions. That does mean we have the ability to raise a token force over here in Sardinia. So let's get the fleet over there right away before I even move on to discussing what today's goals are. Then when the fleet arrives, we will raise up those forces to go help out. So I had noted as well when we concluded the last episode that Rome is currently occupied in some adventures in the north. It would be lovely to be able to take the last few provinces from them that we desire here so that we can finally get our fortified line up. However, probably not going to get it in this war. I'm confident Rome will fight another war very soon, primarily because if you just look at the claims alone, they've got a lot turf over here that's pretty easy to conquer that they could be taking. So we will keep an eye on them, a close eye, and come to the aid of our Illyrian friends over here by distracting Rome the next time they send soldiers up that direction. There's some nice coastline there, honestly, too. I wouldn't mind acquiring myself. And speaking of that, I did get some feedback from a couple of you, from Jorg and Johannes, about our future direction. I tend to agree with them that the semi-tall route would be the most interesting. Would also allow us to explore the diplomatic tech tree a little bit more, and the diplomatic mechanics of the game. Had plenty of experience now exploring some of the military mechanics, though once we get some legions up, we're gonna explore those a bit further as well, maybe against some new large enemies further afield. For instance, we cannot really let this be held by the Antigenid Kingdom. So the semi-tall play, and we'll have to work out exactly what we want, would involve at least taking all of the islands around the Mediterranean. That we have a bunch there. Crete, of course, Cyprus. It will come down to also whether we want partial islands. This is a whole province, so that would certainly be something we would want to acquire. This as well, also a whole province, so that is also good. There are these other islands, though, that are like one territory within a province. They can be maintained, provided that their food resources are sufficient to maintain them. And some of them do have nice resources or nice territory down there. I don't mind the idea of taking them. We just have to make sure that they can feed themselves. It would even be kind of nice to have a bunch of islands off coast. I would almost want a fort in every one of them, so that we'd have these fortified bastions off the coasts of all of our enemies. That seems very British Empire in a way. All right. That being said, that's kind of the direction we're gonna be aiming for here, aside from securing a few more territories here, or a few more, provinces. That whole province, of course, this one perhaps. What to do with Latium proper is going to be more of a question. We don't really want to see Rome continue to be a constant thorn in our side, so we will have to think of a way to control them. Alright, let's get the clock rolling here then. I am looking to make some major expenditures as well, so we do want to get that money going up. I need a new aqueduct in my capital. Speaking of which, It was also advised by Johannes to relocate the capital to Acharagas, which I totally agree with. That is a much better province. It has farmland, greater population capacity, greater food, greater civilization, and less needs for slaves. As you can see, all the modifiers there. I will consider it. I would actually like to do it. However, it does cost 220 political influence, which is affordable for us now. We could only do it when we're at peace, but it is still pretty expensive. We might want to make sure there's nothing else we need that political influence for. We do have some laws we want to pass as soon as we've got the stability to spare, and some civic rights that we want to give to some cultures as well. So, let's not do it quite yet, but let's start planning for it a little bit. Let's start making sure that we build the proper buildings here and such. Given I've already invested in making the nobles a bit happier here, though, we'll maybe still kind of focus noble here and focus citizens here at first. All right. Can we progress now? Perhaps. Yes, we perhaps can. We can at least get it going at a low speed here. Let our ships get over. As you can see, the provincial loyalty here is still going down, but it is no longer tragically going down, and this province is actually loyal, which is great. Taking a while for the fleet to get up there when you run at 3 speed. Somebody went some olives. Still a lot of trades to get rid of. That's gonna make us some money as soon as people have the ability to do more imports. But keeping on advancing. So if you'll notice here, seems the nobles are the ones contributing 2.7 to unrest the most there. 1.39 for citizens. I think I implied that in an earlier episode. So it is the nobles we want to please. Even if we don't really want to make these noble-centric places, that means we need to build the academies to kind of give them a bit more happiness. We could also build courts of laws. They'd be less effective. Hope that the nobles demote. I would actually prefer that, but I don't think it's optimal. Do we have enough for this aqueduct in our capital, though? We do. Keep on building aqueducts. The math still does not add up to make this promote infrastructure spending thing worthwhile here. We do have a lot of free province investments, a lot. So let's get another building slot in this region. Since we have invested in this region so much, and as I noted in a previous episode, the cost, the financial cost, not the political influence cost, goes up for further provincial investments over time, or as you make one. So it scales. It makes sense to the extent possible to utilize every free province investment in your capital region or in a region that has already been extensively developed, since there's no associated extra cost for free provincial investments. So we will get another building slot in this province. Down to 4 gold, not exactly generous. Our ships have docked, so we can raise up those levies. Let's go to the levy map mode, actually. And tell some levies to come up there. Tiny little stack. Get them to embark onto our massive fleet. And where you got a port there, buddies? You got a port right there, so they can come in there and start helping out. Not that they're going to really need our help, but symbolic gestures matter. And in some games, occasionally it does. I forget which ones, and I believe it is even a Paradox game. Where there's a negative modifier, like, didn't really help in the war. They're gonna come and, like, stack wipe us down here now, probably. Now their morale is so low. They would, even if we were outnumbered, they wouldn't be able to do much. We get rid of our fleet, move it back somewhere? Yes. See, that Roman war ended already. We wouldn't have had time to move in there. I am going to, though, move the fleet, somewhere far. I'm going to say even, way over here. Let's take a look here at the imports. I should have checked who these people were. They are Hellenic, Gaelic, Italic, Gaelic. Tell you what, I was thinking that maybe I'm going to try to support people in the region with trades. because that, in principle, will buff them up a little bit, and they can be more of a roadblock for Rome. Alright. We can raise this up to 4 then. Oh no! Rome declared war on Etruria. That's less than ideal, especially with our troops up here at present. I may want to look at evacuating them. Let's split our fleet up here then. Fleet is split. You guys get out. In fact, I don't even trust that they can get there in time, so I'm going to have to monitor that. Let's get our majority of our legions up then. We will raise them up right here. In Neapolis, I guess. Best place. Going west coast is also viable, but hey. Let's start there. We at least have a nice good stack here. We've got no extra money for mercs at the moment, though. I wasn't really expecting a war right away. I thought we'd be strong enough to kind of intimidate them, but I guess they're probably just going to keep this like a limited war, take what they can from Etruria, and then see. That will limit our ability to probably take land from them, unless we get an early peace out, but we'll have to accept that. That's fine. We're going tall. Let's get another admiral on this navy. No particularly good naval buffs. This fella is young though, Sostratus Nikid. We can put him in charge, also very loyal. That's good. Well, not so good when I click wrong buttons. It's always, if you click here, it goes to his profile. You gotta click here to assign him to the fleet. There we go. And then let's keep rolling. I'm going to slow it down a little bit then, just because I want to pay attention to what's going on here. I'm moderately slow today, mentally, so it's a Monday. It's understandable. Let's go grab a province here then, see what the Romans are up to. Fleet is doing fine there. We can then... He has a terrible military... Why did I give him command even? Oh, he's unfortunately like acquired some new traits since we hired him, including you know, tactical inflexibility or this arthritis that seems to be hitting him quite bad. I may want to look at replacing him even now, because our king sucks militarily. We can't have the commander of our other legions sucking as well. Get that fleet down there and get our troops out of the area. Take a quick look around it, make sure nothing else untoward is happening. Our vassals are coming to assist us. That is good. Good, good, good. Get our forces back in one place. Then I'm going to have to pretty much immediately. Alright, sacking of the city. Tell you what, I'm tired of, you know, we may not be able to get much out of this war. Depends on how quick I am with my peace timing. I think there's even a... no, not in this game. So we have to just be, you know, trickier on making sure that if we want land, we're going to have to be on top of it. Bottom line. Because otherwise, Rome will peace out, or Etruria will peace out before we can actually grab anything. In keeping with that incredibly long explanation, nobody is going to hide from us. We're just going to kill a bunch of their people. Get our leader a lot of popularity. Freeman. Yep, there we go. Now, where's the capital over here? Let's send him over around this way. So I would love to go take their core ones. I'm going to focus here a little bit. We're getting our fleet around. Good. All right. Sorry for taking this so slow, but I wasn't really expecting a war at the moment, and that rather surprised me. Hitting our income. All right, get ashore. Oh, and little vassals of mine, please, please just attach. You guys pull up over there as well. Let's go take a look at the governor here. That's just terrible. Yeah, these provinces are already getting more loyal, just slightly. And I'm tempted to switch the government policy, but first, let's take a look here. 3 militarily. And he is with a which family? A grateful family. That is very important, of course. The Dinoclatid family. He does have corruption. It is a 6, alright. Are they a grateful family as well? No content, but they would be grateful if I switch him over. He has some extra fort defense, but bad loyalty. -5 on the loyalty. Oh, he's also the head of the family. No, we don't want to give the head of the family a province. This fella, or Frau, line is fine, but okay, let's see. Who do we have militarily here? This fella here. Loyal, very good military number relatively. Seems to be the best we can get. I think we're just going to give it to a non-royal family or noble family person for now. And we'll think about switching it later when we need to buy some favors. Fine, no corruption, loyalty is 55. They seem to be not quite the right culture for keeping them totally happy. This person as well, though, I wish one of them had just one very nice military trait to help me out here, but that's very, very bad on the finesse, though. Yeah, no, we can't sacrifice the entire province just for military. So welcome to the... You see, ooh, he is pretty bad in that regard too. Too bad. We'll replace him later. He'll be fine. We're putting him in charge. He will be loyal enough. If not, we'll bribe him. He'll get a lot of corruption, and then we'll fire him. Because if nothing else, at least he has slightly better military abilities. Let's get the rest of the fleet here, because I am not certain how Rome's fleet is looking. 18. I mean, we would probably beat them, even with our 22 stacks, but, you know, let's not risk it. Never know, we could have a bad draw. Where are the Roman forces? Making me moderately uncomfortable. There are some of them. I know we don't technically need to get this, but I plan on looting some of their cities. So we're taking them one at a time. Stacking that as well. Yep, let's sack that to the ground. We've got some extra cash. We are at war. We could use mercs, perhaps. Seems a bit risky, but I wanted to focus domestic here. So let's try to make the nobles here a little bit happier. This province is at 83. This is at 82. They are going down quicker. Let's build an academy here to help them cheer their hearts a little bit. Let's make sure again there. They are contributing 3 unrest. They are contributing 179. They still seem to me, though, I find that, you know, I know nobles mattered more back in those days, but it's still like, oh, at least citizens should have mattered. All right. Well, now, so it is. It will also raise the civilization level, which is a plus. How is that looking? They're below their maximum, so that is good. We should look for a governor who will help up that a little bit, because civilization level increases happiness in this patch. All right, I hate building an academy, to be honest. Maybe I should just pass and focus on court of law instead. What do you think? Not going to get an answer right now, unfortunately. It just seems so not worth it to build an academy for... Sorry, I got stuck somehow. 4, 6. Okay, that does increase their... You know what? No, let's at least try it. Let's build a court of law instead. I know that's not going to have the same effect that we would want, probably, but it also increases the happiness more, and territory prevents loyalty as well. So I think that might pay off better. We can probably even afford one down here then. Good. Yep, we can. Let's get a court of law up there also. All right. Now let's pay attention to what's going on here. Yep, you go up to the capital. You join in as well, so that my forces have a slightly better general. We are going a bit slow, I know, but I think that is fine. There is the idea that eventually, since the Etrurians control Corsica, that we may... why are you even attacking there? But maybe they weren't. Maybe they were coming in first. The Romans are coming in to help. We could maybe make it up there in time, but probably not. All right, one pop died. Let's try. We will turn around and run if it looks like anything is not going our way. All right. Oh, the Navy docked, actually. Let's get them up here kind of hunting. And you up in there. Maybe if we're lucky, we can catch them on a low morale. Doesn't look like it. So, yes, we've got the extra building slot in the capital region. Gotta keep our eyes peeled here a little bit. There we go. There are the Romans. They didn't take much of a morale hit, so let's not pull them anywhere. Seem to be taking a little bit of attrition there. Boy, my little vassals went straight for the heart of Rome. I wonder if Roman forces have really declined that much. If that was the case, I probably should have went and helped them out, helped my vassals out over here, and also just went for Rome. Don't stop. Run away. You ran away from the capital, now run away from everything. Interesting. All right. Let's see, a trade influx here. Sorry, I thought for a second, I was like, did I forget to hit record? Because I was looking at the live button, and obviously I'm not live. Though I thought about doing that because it might suit me. Our trade agreement with Heraclea has yielded a splendid return on investment. Yay! Our city is blessed with a fresh wave of migrants. Strike the earth. An Italiotian noble moves to Sibion? Or, Ooh, they'll lose opinion. So, let's see. Our city has been blessed with a reminder who believe they have stand a better chance of building their lives in Magna. Graecia. I want to see which way is this flow going then. This is... Oh yeah, people moving from them to our city there. All right. And that's the one that I can't understand why we would take. Maybe they do move. Okay, but they become slaves. You get more people, but they all become slaves. That is, whereas this is a noble and a slave. No, let's just keep the, we're nice people. Let's not do that. All right. I will come down here and maybe deal with the Romans here in a bit, since it seems like they haven't got a lot of forces bumming around. All right, we took a few people there. I don't really like them coming down here. It's a long way to go. We could also go and relieve that siege instead, which is actually quite close. And then come down here. I'm worried they're going to loot some of our cities, though, which isn't terribly nice. I'm not too concerned. Yeah, you know what? I'd rather defend my own turf first. We've got a long way to go to get down there. So let's run. The fleet won't get us there any quicker, I don't think. We have an unused trade route in the capital. What do we want? Leather. Would be lovely to be able to import more leather. It looks a bit different. It's maybe different? Yeah, or maybe I'm just wasn't paying attention. You never know when you maybe missed an update. All right, there we go. I remember them. Get to ya. Up in here. Somewhere. All right, let's get some leather because that will give us light infantry defense. And let's try to keep that bonus for the rest of the game. I really feel this would be a much better strategic move, but it leaves us a little bit exposed. I don't really believe this is all the Romans have. I would be a little bit surprised. Let's speed up here then a little bit, since we've got a long way to march. Oh, our poor vassal. It's alright. I am truly hoping to get down there in time to take them out, though. Our allies would like some stone. Why, certainly. Rush, rush. I mean, we'll lose that province, of course, but where are you guys going? You're going into our turf. No, you're not. Where do you think you're headed? Well, now they've changed their mind again. Now they've changed it again. They must see us coming. Alright, they are locked into there then, I would gather. Nope. They are headed up into this province. What do we got here? Hills, that's alright. We outnumber them well enough. Tell you what, let's, well, we gotta wait for them to lock, though. Lock in, guys. There we go. Let's choose a other type of tactic. Fence shock is very ineffective for us now. Skirmishing is weak against deception. I would hope that they wouldn't take deception. I don't think they'll take envelopment either, though. I'm gonna try... this is the small levy, but he will be the one... Yeah, I must remember this. He will be the one to get the tactic choice because he has better mill points. What? I understand. How it used to be. I'm just always worried something has changed. But for tactic selection, we want to look at what is best here. I say we want to go somewhere down the middle. Skirmishing doesn't give any advantage to our heavy troops. That's interesting. Maybe we should choose Phalanx just for the fun of it. Haven't tried it yet. It would do bad against that, but I doubt they have that yet. Well, let's try it. Because I like it in principle, you know, it's the one that you're supposed to try. So let's switch over here as well to Phalanx. And let's check the alignment of our troops now as well. Yes, as you can see, every time you re-raise your levies, they've got to default back to the standard format. Get the light up front, or get the heavies up front, the light reinforcing, and the cav on the flanks. That should be fine. Guess we can check the other one too. Yeah, that's all right. And in a way, it's very optimal logically and from the way the mechanics work, but I don't know that it actually always works out in your favor to have the archers up front. When they break, they retreat. The heavy infantry moves in and, you know, fills the line. All right, it says that we may lose. That would be shocking, but we'll find out. It looks, yeah, closer than I would have liked. We did choose the right tactic. That's excellent. Let's watch it for a second here. Watch the lines collapse. Yeah. Yes, these guys on the edges are a little bit... this is something that's been discussed a bit. Maybe it's not really accurate, but we've got our flanking guys here, but then the other unit has put their stuff further out, which doesn't really make sense. You'd think they could organize themselves. All right, let's not watch the rest of that. We did kill a fair amount more than they killed of us. But that's still a lot of men lost. We do have to remember, you know, they're not possibly retreating that way. No way. No. Let's go back and get that capital back. Looks like Rome is going to secure that fort. Where are the Roman forces? And where's my other vassal? I thought I had 2 of them. I'm sure I did. So let's get that provincial capital back there. Then maybe think about heading straight up for Rome. I am really wanting to peace out without Etruria. Because we could acquire whatever we wanted. And they're not going to give us anything. We'll think about it. The faith of Aurelian. Never has a more devout man existed than Aurelian Nikid. Our people clamor at the very door of the temple, demanding that we declare a feast in his honor. But he's a modest man, or we can lose a tiny bit of gold, tiny bit. We'll get religious tech investment cost going up. That's been plus 5%. We'll see. That's okay. The tech. I was thinking provincial investments there. I was like, why would the cost go up? That's not nice. 6 stability though. Great. Definitely worth 18 ducats. So let's pause for a second. We are paused anyhow, and take a look at that because that gives us a tiny bit of stability to burn. How are the provinces doing here then? 0.22 per month. Probably war exhaustion impacting that a little bit. And this 0.28 a month, because that's not gotten really better, has it? Despite building new buildings that would, in principle, make these fellas a bit happier. I guess it was probably the wrong choice then. Well, we'll look at some more buildings later. We've got the money. I'll scan there during the interim episode. Still getting light-handed treatment from their new governor as well. He doesn't have any corruption that kicked in or anything, has he? Ah, but he's not incredibly loyal. That is why they're not doing as well. But we're gonna replace him anyways. You know, we can't let the low ranks move up that quickly anyhow. Now, I had said I was going to do something. What was that? Yes, we are going to utilize the fact that we've got slightly high stability to actually do something. I would say we should focus before the legions because we're doing fine without them right now. I mean, I'm keen to get them up as anybody. It's always great to have a little standing army. But I think it's going to be more useful at the moment to start integrating some of these cultures, or not integrating, assimilating more accurately. So what do we got for the culture over here? Dominant culture, Nuragik. We also have... Oh, who else have we got in here? Let's just look at some of the major cities here. That's a little bit more easy. Punic. Porceon. Alright. It's actually not going to be so beneficial, though, so we're not going to make the decision based on that. We'll go up here instead and base it purely on numbers. Because as you can see, we've got a few unintegrated groups here that are not quite up to where they need to be. So this one in particular, pretty low happiness. A lot of people. This is one of our integrated ones, so that's fine. What we need to do is not integrate them, we need to work on assimilating them. So we need to give them a right here to increase the integration speed. I think there's been a lot of discussion on which is best here. That's 10 stability, but is all right. That is pretty good actually. But it's 10 stability. Let's just do the 5 stability event choice here, which is right of inheritance. We lose 5 stability. Their cultural happiness will go up, as will their integration speed. It will temporarily hit national citizen happiness, but just temporary, 3 years, it's not bad. Well, let's do that for the Messapians so we can accelerate their integration a little bit, since there are a lot of them. All right, shall we continue here? All right, we are getting our troops up there to retake that provincial capital. They did lose that. That is a shame. All right, just a population dying. Let's get the rest of the forces up in here. I do think once we get closer, we will split up as well. Yeah, they got just a couple guys up there. That's not great for them. I hope they don't come back down here and take this province. It'll just hit our war score, even though it's easy to take back. It's not like we fought hard for it or something. Doesn't seem the Roman Navy's hanging out anywhere. Let's move up. Alright, move it, guys. I want you. What do we got here? Oh, they've got another ally. Aw, you got more friends than just me. That's you guys actually consolidated your 1 stacks there. You'd probably even stand a decent chance. Where are you guys headed? I just want to see if they got another... Well, maybe they have even another ally that I am unaware of. No, they don't. Okay. Alright, let's get these guys moved up here. Oh, that's a shame. Come on. Can I get you guys to go back around? Is that protected by a fort? I don't think so. Alright. I thought they were. I was like, that would be too lucky for us to have had them expose themselves so badly. So let's get half of them in there. And let's get the slightly better leader in there as well. Keep our other guy back here, kind of take some citizens from them. Sacking of Tibur, none shall hide. Lots of Roman freemen going bye-bye. Move them over to Lavinum, we can loot that as well. Yeah, I think Rome must really be having some manpower issues. Oh, you foolish, foolish people with your 1 stacks bumming around there. And, you know, my allies are just... allies, my vassals are also equally as foolish. Alright, some Olympics. Maybe one day we're going to win one of these. Oh, I thought he had a job. Yes, he does, the researcher. This splendid fellow that we've discovered with a 14 now seems even higher. So, yeah, no, he's not going anywhere. This young man here can go. Archos Agothaklid. Getting better. Maybe. Alright, let's send him. It probably would actually be worth it to go up here and, you know, really help them out. But, yeah, I think it's, if we take Rome, then this is over. So, let's see. We have sacked another city. Again, none shall hide. Citizens this time. That is excellent. Nice about this region is I can actually bypass the port. There is a port there, right? Yeah. I was like, there better be. We can bypass that and head on up and do some more looting. Means we could actually go back up our buddies a little bit. Yeah, we do have some Romans coming down here. No, they're just doing some general looting. Sure, we'll sell you whatever you want. None shall hide. I really am going crazy here with that. Let's get them up to this city as well now. A petitioner approaches. A senior citizen by the name of Agelaeus Tryphid approaches our Basilius in private this morning. In a hushed voice, he spoke of a vision of the near future, in which he was found by his loved ones having been murdered by a slavering maniac. With a shaking hand, he offered all his worldly goods to the state in return for our protection. So how awful. We shall take good care of him. Yes, that is a plus. This is a head of the family, too. We would like some loyalty out of him. We can convince him that all will be well and gain some extra stability. I'm almost leaning towards that. Money is nice, but we're taking plenty of money here. We're going to have some major investments to make at the end of this, or the beginning of next episode. We are already over time, in fact. So I will... I'm convinced that that first episode of this series, which ran for like over 50 some minutes, is kind of a turnoff for some people, and I'm convinced that I have to not do that. So no matter what, we will be stopping soon. So I'm tempted to do that instead, or have him murdered by a slavering maniac. Okay, this option is available because your ruler has the lunatic trait. We could have him killed. Well, I find that very amusing. I'm actually just more interested in the stability than in 134 gold. He is, he's head of a family. We don't know what the next head of the family will be. This will make him nice and loyal for a while. But there we see at least one of the traits and events that, the options that opens up when you are a lunatic. And I will point out, I was discussing with Jonas on the, what do you call these, comment sections. See, all will be well, 20 loyalty, that is great. I was discussing how our king is not only a lunatic, but he is a wise lunatic. Monotonous, guileless, and prominent. But these are the most interesting ones. His health is declining due to that lunacy, but that's alright. How is our son doing? Primary heir has turned 16. He looks awfully old for 16. 16-year-olds really look like that. He hasn't gotten a lot better. With his stats or anything. I was kind of hoping he would develop something useful. Slave happiness will go up. He's a ruler, the most useful thing, but not the most useful thing, but it's okay. Scheme, seek spouse, arrange marriage. He is provoking somebody. All right, I'm going to try to remember at the very beginning of the next episode, we're going to get him a marriage. I do not want to forget that. So, let's just let this last little province here loot itself. Well, be looted by us. Another sacking, none shall hide. Nobles, 4 Roman nobles. Rome shall be turned into a desert. Alright. Alright, let's pause here now then, because I do just want to keep on time. Again, this whole ending mid-war, but I think that was a foolish concept I had, that we could always manage to contain our wars to one episode. We had not been intending to go to war. We had wanted to do a bit of internal stabilization, and we did build a couple facilities for our citizens over here. Not the wisest investment in the world, it seems, since that didn't really affect province loyalty as much as I would have hoped. At the same time, I just really didn't want to build something for the nobles there. It seemed kind of a waste of my time. We'll find other ways to get them up and loyal soon enough. So that was our actual goal, was to kind of do some domestic matters, and we did take care of a few of them. However, we were helping our Etrurian friends with a little revolt, and the Romans saw a moment of weakness there. Perhaps they felt that we would not do anything to assist them, or wouldn't care, or maybe their original plan, which would have been a feasible plan. It was very similar to the plan we used against Rome, was that they were going to just run in, try to seize one city, and then peace out with just one little acquisition before we could get our troops up there to really be of much use to them. So that didn't really work out the way they intended, though, since we found a bunch of undefended capitals of provinces here again. Yeah, probably something that should be patched. And again, it's getting a bit severe. And we are currently sieging down Rome itself at 7%, and have taken quite a few freemen, nobles, and citizens as prisoners, or as as victims of our harsh looting. We could probably, I'm not sure how the piecing out here would upset our friends, though. But we could probably piece out for something. Well, of course. Okay. No, yep. And this, I did think there was something. You cannot abandon your allies until 36 months have passed. So we are kind of missing a little opportunity to acquire some land here, but we're acquiring other things. All right. And who knows, maybe our ally will give us some land. It's certainly possible. I don't really have any way of marking land of interest, I don't believe. Not like EU4 where you can say, I'm interested in this. But yeah, we've at least got some claims here, so maybe they'll give that to us. I do hope they don't like give us Rome or something weird like that. I have seen the AI generously give land to the players in wars, so it can happen. And if it doesn't, well, just encourages us to be more tall and find another day to take advantage of Rome. All right, I gotta wrap up. That is over time. Thank you for joining me for this Let's Play Magna Graecia in our latest war with Rome. I hope that you are doing well. Have a good day, a good week, and I will see you again very soon. Ciao.